Coming up, Santa Claus is coming to town.
Would you like to know where Santa is right now?
We're tracking St. Nick as he makes his way to your house this Christmas Eve. Then holiday travel. What you need to know if you're flying to Grandma's house over the holidays. Also, one iconic landmark in Los Angeles is marking a big milestone. And stepping out, this tiger cub just made his public debut. We're at Zoo Miami with details. Plus, toy drive. These students in New York City are spreading joy and so much more this Christmas.
Why is it extra important to give at this time of year?
We're all humans. We should be helping each other out, and everyone deserves to be happy.
We're collecting toys and giving them to the people who are less fortunate.
And quacking up.
Here we go. Tail feather torsion. Check. Wing deployment. Check. Let's fly.
Our Kids Edition correspondent catches up with the stars of the new movie, Migration.
For kids who may not know, what is the story of Migration all about?
The story of Migration is about a family of ducks, the Mallard family. I play the mom and Kumail plays the dad, and we have two kids, Gwen and Dax, and we decide that we're gonna migrate south for the winter with a bunch of other ducks. And then hilarity ensues when everything kind of goes wrong as we try to make our way to a special place called Jamaica.
We're really going.
Yes.
On a migration. To Jamaica?
Yeah.
Together.
Yes.
Like everyone.
Yes.
Including you.
Yes, we are all going on a migration to Jamaica. And which language should I tell you?
This is NBC Nightly News, Kids Edition.
Welcome back to Nightly News Kids Edition. I'm Lester Holt. I hope you're all having a great week. I'm coming to you from Universal Studios Hollywood, which is all decked out for the holidays. We have a really terrific program in store for you, including a trip to the North Pole and a special holiday-themed pop quiz that you won't want to miss. Plus, a little later on, these kids in Chicago received a surprise just in time for Christmas. And yes, that's former President Barack Obama in the Santa hat. And actor Jack Black made headlines this week for the work he did on a kids project. We're going to explain what that's all about as well. But let's begin with one of the top stories we're tracking right now, and that's Santa. He's getting ready to leave the North Pole and take to the skies to deliver those gifts in time for Christmas. Did you know that you can track Santa in the sky during his journey?
Would you like to know where Santa is right now?
Santa just left Kyrgyzstan.
For more, we're joined by Lieutenant General Blaise Frawley, Deputy Commander of the North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD. Lieutenant General, thanks so much for joining us. I know your main job is to protect the North American airspace against intruding aircraft or bad guys. So how do you use that technology to track Santa?
Well, first off, thanks for having me, Lester. And you're absolutely right. Our main job at NORAD is to defend North America with the binational command, U.S. and Canada collectively. We use our systems to track Santa. The systems that we use are our North Warning System, which is a line of radars across northern Canada and Alaska. As well, we use worldwide or global satellites. And finally, our fighter aircraft. The satellites we use to track Santa around the globe. And then once Santa's over North America, we use the fighter aircraft to intercept him and make sure that he's getting along well over North America.
So the fighter planes can fly alongside Santa and guide him.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we've been doing this since 1955. Throughout the years, many different fighter aircraft or NORAD fighter aircraft have intercepted Santa. Nowadays, we use CF-18s from Canada, US F-15s and F-16s, as well as F-22s and F-35s. They'll intercept and join alongside Santa. He'll wave at us, so it's a friendly encounter, and we'll normally give him a wing waggle as we peel off after we've intercepted him.
Oh, that sounds very exciting. So how can kids track Santa along with you guys on Christmas Eve?
Absolutely. There's a number of ways to track Santa. Probably the easiest way is to go to our website, www.noradsanta.org. You can also access those through mobile devices on various apps in either Apple or Google Play. And then on Christmas Day itself, you can call our NORAD Track Santa call-in center, which is an operations center that we set up for this very purpose.
So you just have to make sure that everybody in your house is sleeping, including moms.
And you can call them at 1-877-HI-NORAD or 1-877-446-6723. We've got 100 people waiting to take those calls. From time to time, it gets pretty busy. So I suggest you keep calling back if you get an automated message, and hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to everybody.
And we'll be following all this in our newsroom, of course. Lieutenant General Blaise Frawley, really great talking to you. Thanks for joining us. And a big thanks to all you folks do to protect the North American airspace throughout the year. Merry Christmas, sir.
Thank you so much, Lester. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Well, speaking of Santa, in this week's Around the Globe series, we head to the North Pole, Santa's home, and a place with some cool facts that may surprise you. The North Pole is the northernmost place on Earth. So when you're standing on the North Pole, any direction you point is south. Due to the tilt of the Earth's axis, it's dark 24 hours a day at the North Pole in the winter, until the sun reappears in March around the spring equinox. So winters are dark and summer is always sunny. It's also one of the coldest places in the world. Brrr. Well, in keeping with the holiday spirit, former President Barack Obama surprised a class of students in Chicago wearing a Santa hat and carrying a sack full of goodies. The former president read a Christmas story to the kids at Parkside Academy. The book he read is about what happens to a family when Santa Claus becomes a house guest. Did you know Barack Obama was the 44th president of the United States? He was elected president in 2008, becoming the first African American to hold the office. Barack Obama served 2 terms as president. Okay, time for our pop quiz now. With Christmas just days away, the question this week: what popular Christmas carol was the first song to be broadcast in space in 1965? Was it A, Jingle Bells, B, Joy to the World, or C, Silent Night? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Okay, time's up. The answer is A, Jingle Bells. On December 16th, 1965, astronauts Tom Stafford and Wally Schirra played a Christmas-themed prank on NASA's Gemini 6A spaceflight. Let's take a listen.
Houston and Gemini 7, this is Gemini 6. We have an object, looks like a satellite, going from north to south, probably in a polar orbit. He's in a very low trajectory, traveling from north to south, and has a very high fineness ratio. Looks like it might even be a bonus stage. It's very low, looks like maybe going 300 pretty soon. Stand by one. Looks like he's trying to signal something.
It was the first musical interlude from outer space. Prior to takeoff, the 2 astronauts had snuck a small harmonica and a handful of bells on board Gemini 6A. And guess what? Both instruments are currently on display at the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. Well, meantime, many kids and grown-ups are expected to travel over the Christmas holiday, and if you and your family are planning on flying, there are some things you should keep in mind when it comes to packing. Our friends at the Transportation Security Administration, or the TSA for short, put together some tips just for kids. Check it out.
Happy holidays!
I love traveling during the holidays.
And we want to help you get ready.
Let's go.
Create a packing list. Create a packing list with your most important items. Ask your parents for help.
Divide your bags into sections.
Divide your bag into sections. That way, you have a place for everything.
Folding clothes techniques. Rolling your clothes will give you more space and keep your bag neat.
A neat bag will help you go through the security line faster.
That way, you have more time to say hi to us.
If you are traveling with Play-Doh or slime, tell your parents to check on Ask TSA for the latest rules.
That's it, friends.
We hope this helps.
We wish you and your family a very happy holiday season.
Happy New Year!
All right, let's head now to Florida for our picture of the week. Remember, we told you recently about this Sumatran tiger cub born at Zoo Miami. Well, guess what? The cub stepped out into the public for the first time just days ago. The zoo says the 14-week-old cub is still shy and a bit apprehensive, but it's demonstrated increasing bravery in exploring beyond the security of the Tiger Temple that has been his home since being born back in September. The critically endangered Sumatran tiger cub is now being given limited access to the outdoor habitat. Well, let's turn now to our Across America series. Not too far from where I'm standing is a very famous landmark in Los Angeles. You may have seen it on TV or in movies, and it's celebrating a big birthday this year. Let's get details from our friend Steve Patterson.
Every great city has a symbol representing the ideals of its people. In Hollywood, it's a sign.
Good.
9 giant letters, spelling out one iconic notion. This is where dreams are made.
The Hollywood sign has become an icon around the world. It's a symbol of America.
Believe it or not, the Hollywood sign turned 100 this year. The sign went up back in 1923 as Hollywoodland, a billboard to sell real estate. It was originally only meant to last just 18 months, but it caught people's attention and stuck around. In the 40s, it was donated to the city of Los Angeles, and the land was removed.
The sign came to mean something different. It came to mean the Hollywood industry as a whole.
Through the years, the old wooden sign decayed, even losing one of its O's. So in 1978, the old one was knocked down and a new one rose in its place. Last year, the sign got a fresh coat of paint ahead of its big 100th anniversary.
All right, let's go.
I was on hand to interview the man overseeing the painting project, and guess what? He invited me to join in.
You ready to help us paint?
I'm ready.
Use your roller.
Okay.
So.
I would never dream that I would be putting paint on the Hollywood sign.
Dreams come true.
Dreams do come true.
Remember, this is Hollywood. This is Hollywood.
Did you know the sign is the largest one in the world?
Each letter is 45 feet high, with the exception of the Y, which is 46 feet high. If you take two 747 airplanes back to back, that's how wide the Hollywood sign is.
A big sign marking a big milestone.
People have grown accustomed to seeing the sign, but it also has a meaning in their hearts, and they relate to the sign, to their favorite actor, their television show, their movie, and that's what it means to people around the world.
And in a place where dreams of stardom are made and dashed, the message high up here endures, a symbol of the stars shining down on Tinseltown for generations to come.
All right, Steve, thanks so much. Well, speaking of Hollywood, in this week's Spotlight, the stars of a new movie hitting theaters this weekend are hoping fans will flock to see it. Migration is about a family of ducks who fly out of their comfort zone and into the unknown on a special vacation. We get details from our Kids Edition correspondent, Drew Hubbard.
Come on, we gotta get ready.
Mac, ready for what?
This holiday season, it's time for a spectacular adventure.
Here we go. Tail feather torsion. Check. Wing deployment. Check. Let's fly.
Migration is the latest movie from Illumination.
And I'm gonna love it.
It follows the mallard family, a family of ducks, as they fly away from their familiar pond for a vacation to Jamaica.
They must be migrating. We're going to Jamaica. I really want to see that.
I want to go to Jamaica. What they make jam.
Actress Elizabeth Banks is the voice of Pam.
It's okay, Gwen. You can do it while we fly.
And actor Kumail Nanjiani is Mac.
Big, super fun family migration.
For kids who may not know, what is the story of migration all about?
The story of migration is about a family of ducks, the mallard family. I play the mom and Kumail plays the dad, and we have 2 kids, Gwen and Dax. And we decide that we're gonna migrate south for the winter with a bunch of other ducks. And then hilarity ensues when everything kind of goes wrong as we try to make our way to a special place called Jamaica.
We're really going.
Yes.
On a migration. To Jamaica?
Yeah.
Together.
Yes.
Like everyone.
Yes.
Including you.
Yes, we are all going on a migration to Jamaica. And which language should I tell you?
Kumail, you played the dad Mac. What was it like to play a duck? He was very protective of his family. Are you like that too?
Yes, I very much am. I am very, very protective of my family. I get very scared of anything happening to them. My family is, my wife and my cat. And I would say I worry equally about both of them. So to me, playing this character was not a stretch at all.
What? Elizabeth, you played Mama Duck, Pam. She was totally fearless. Would you consider her a girl boss?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if she would consider herself a girl boss, but I think of her as one, yeah. And I hope that I imbued her through my vocal performance.
Want us to get out and see the world.
With a sense of confidence and excitement about exploring the world.
I don't want to miss out on life because you're afraid to leave this pond.
And even though the mallards take an unexpected detour through the hustle and bustle of New York City,
why are we the only birds heading this way?
They meet family and friends along the way, and they realize that it's all about the journey.
What can kids and grown-ups learn from this awesome movie?
I would say this, maybe for when it's time to get a present, whether it's for the holidays or a birthday or a bar mitzvah, that you should ask for a trip instead of something concrete, You'll always make a memory and have a great adventure and a great time if you go on a trip. And, you'll outgrow that bike or that pair of shoes. So I think the trip is a better present to ask for.
And guess what else? I also learned a few behind-the-scenes secrets about animated movies.
Elizabeth, since it's an animated movie, did you need to wear costumes and makeup, or could you just wear sweats?
I wore pajama bottoms, and you know what? Look I'm even wearing my slippers right now, my furry fuzzy slippers. So anytime I can be in my fuzzy slippers, it's a great day at work.
Kumel, since we never see your face, did you have to memorize lines?
No, I could just read them off a piece of paper. It's great. There's no homework before this. All other jobs, so much homework on the weekends, learning lines, running them over and over, rehearsal. With this, you show up. What am I saying? Oh, there it is. And you just look at it and read. It's great.
Hi there, I'm Pam. I'm sharing my life with him, so I'm painfully aware of all the stupid things that come out of his mouth.
Oh yeah, that's true. She is.
Migration hits the theaters this weekend.
You must be the bravest duck me ever meet.
Oh, I'm not that.
I'm not that brave.
For Nightly News Kids, I'm Drew Hubbard. Back to you, Lester.
Hey, Drew, thanks so much. And we should note Migration is produced by Illumination and distributed by Universal Pictures, which is owned by our parent company, NBC Universal. Well, in other entertainment news, actor Jack Black, who won his first ever Emmy for Best Voice Performance in a children's or young teen program for his work as Po on Netflix's Kung Fu Panda, The Dragon Knight. Our Kids Edition correspondent Delano spoke with Jack Black about the role last year and what he was like as a kid.
Jack Black, what were you like as a kid?
When I was a kid, video games were just being invented. I was there for the very first video game. I played Pong, and I loved it. I loved music. I loved acting. I loved riding my bicycle. I had a BMX bike.
Woo!
And I was a
hurt
real
him.
class clown. I liked to make people laugh. From the very beginning, that was kind of who I was.
And a big congrats to Jack Black and all the winners of the Children's and Family Emmy Awards, which was held here in Los Angeles Sunday. And I just want to thank all of our viewers for watching. Nightly News Kids Edition was among the nominees this year, an incredible honor that we're very proud of. Finally, in our Inspiring Kids series, students at one school in New York City are incredibly passionate about giving back to their community, especially this time of year. Let's get more from our friend and today's show co-anchor, Hoda Kotb.
Be the change!
Be the change!
Be the change!
The students at PS MS 124 are committed to being change makers.
Hi, we're here for the holiday toy drive. Do you guys have any toys?
The K-8 school in Queens, New York has more than 1,000 students who all share one goal: to give back to others as much as they can.
Happy holidays!
Be the change is their school motto, and they're living up to it by helping a new cause each month. a sock drive in October, a food drive in November, and now they are Santa's elves collecting toys for their holiday toy drive. Let's go. I visited the school to meet up with these incredible students.
When I walked in your school, I could feel the vibe. There's something different about your school. Why do you want to be the change?
If something is wrong and nobody changes it, it's just gonna keep getting worse and worse. But if somebody changes that, it can spread kindness.
Kindness is important, isn't it?
A small act of kindness can change someone's life entirely.
I know that there are those struggling, and if they're struggling, it's a struggle that we struggle together.
We know that your generous hearts aren't just around this time of the year, but why is it extra important to give at this time of the year?
We're all humans. We should be helping each other out, and everyone deserves to be happy.
We're collecting toys and giving them to the people who are less fortunate.
We're making their lives a bit easier and less stressful, which makes all of us really proud of this whole school.
We're doing the toy drive at the school.
At PS MS 124, the teachers give too. It's a Title I school and many of its families are in need. Amy Warcola and Erica Denuzzo spearhead faculty-wide efforts to help the kids they love.
If we can give them any semblance of peace, love, care, I will always do that work.
Staff members anonymously buy a winter coat and a holiday present for every student in need. And host a big Thanksgiving feast for all the families in temporary housing.
We were able to have the entire staff there helping. The whole community just came together.
Everything that is purchased by our staff with their own money.
You could say the spirit of giving echoes through the hallways here.
So you collected how many toys today?
I'd say about 50-ish.
Let's go check it out, come on. But little do they know, it's about to kick into high gear.
That does not look like 50.
Come on in. Is this more than 50 toys?
Yes.
Macy's and Toys R Us donated 1,000 toys to your toy drive. We actually have another surprise. In an effort to help you guys help the students, Macy's is giving you a $3,000 gift certificate. For you guys. Yes. Come on, do you love your teachers?
Yes.
Meanwhile, just down the hall, hundreds of students gathered for our biggest surprise yet. What do your shirts say? Yeah. By the way, this school is the change. I am so proud of you because you guys are focused on giving things away. But you know what? It is time for someone to give back to you. Countdown with me. 3, 2, 1. Macy's and Toys R Us is going to give every single student in here a Christmas present. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. A joyous celebration of the season of giving with children who live it every single day. Happy holidays!
Hoda, thanks very much. Great to have you on our program. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Parents, just a reminder, if your child has a question about any topic in the news, email a video to us at NightlyNewsKids@NBCUni.com. You can also follow us on Instagram. All right, before we go, though, a few of our friends from Whoville would like to say hi. Cindy Lou Who, the Grinch, and the mayor of Whoville. Great to have you guys here. Any special message for kids here as we go into Christmas?
Happy Jubilation. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
You guys have a wonderful holiday. Thanks for letting us work here in your place.
You too.
Great to see you guys.
I'll charge you double.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, all right, guys. All right, that's going to do it. We'll see you next time, everybody. NBC Nightly News Kids Edition. Remember to take care of yourself and each other.
Madison South. Happy holidays. Hi, my name is Emery. My name is Zara, and we both go to Madison South. Have a great break.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all.
Wishing my family and friends and all of Knoxville a Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays!